Anyway, let me tell you something. This is what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm against men hitting on my woman, then I must think my woman is ugly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right?
I must have chosen one of the
Why would
ugliest
even
women
want someone who's
who
not
other men
being
don't hit
wanted
on.
by people?
Because it is
Me, I want
natural
someone who is
human
being wanted.
instinct
Yes.
to look at what they perceive as beauty
Yeah.
and just hit on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know your woman is beautiful and women actually acknowledge, wow, she's beautiful,
Yeah.
then men are going to hit on her.
Yeah.
It's
Expect
as simple
nothing
as that.
less.
Even the day I saw her, I knew other men
Who are
saw her.
eyeing on
So
her.
how, now that we're an item,
You expect all that to stop.
how do I expect
for
all
you?
the men not to see her, or
Yeah.
the women who like her not to see her?
Yeah.
That's just bollocks, to be
Mhm.
honest.
What's your take on men who, after you start dating,
Mhm.
they will make you stop what you do?
That's bullshit. I would never leave my job to stay home.
That is another insecure man, right?
Yes.
Yeah, why would I stop what I'm
And
doing?
very controlling.
Very.
Actually, and you see, the thing is, unfortunately, what he does not realize is
Mhm.
he's only going to make things worse for him because he's leading you to resentment.
Yeah.
Mm.
If he had let you go with your dreams,
Mhm.
you would have probably had that dream
Yeah.
attached to him.
To him.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
that's the person who has my back.
Mhm.
So any other influences, you're like, you know what?
Mhm.
Even if I was to do something behind this person's back, I'd feel guilty because
You don't even have
of
a
how
reason
they push
to.
me
Yeah.
and how they basically support my dreams. But the guy
Mhm.
who decides to crush your dreams
Mhm.
does not understand that resentment
Yeah.
will cause you to find people
Mhm.
who want to support your dream.
Yeah.
Mm.
And all humans want to be pampered.
Mhm.
When somebody comes and says, no, I don't think your partner understands you.
Mhm.
I think you can do A, B, C, D. And they are basically listing all the things you've ever wanted to do.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised that suddenly you'll start gravitating towards that person.
Yeah.
So trying to imprison you is not the answer.
So what's the beautiful thing about obsession with marriage? I mean, what's beautiful?
No, it's a conveyor belt system. No one's obsessed about marriage. They just have to
Some
marry
people are
to get validation.
very obsessed.
Another thing.
Yeah.
It's an observation I've made
Mhm.
with so many men.
Yes.
You find them in company of very beautiful ladies,
Mhm.
Yes.
the pretty girls. You understand?
Yes.
But the ones they have taken home as their wives,
Yes.
they're not, okay, in the society, they're not considered the pretty type. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
But it's so many men
Yes.
that do that. You've witnessed them?
Yeah.
Yes.
You've met them, right?
Yes.
Like, they're always in company of beautiful ladies,
Yes.
but they have married the ugly ones.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Why do you
Nobody's
marry
ugly,
ugly wives?
but I had to put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
Yeah.
have a better one.
Don't apologize.
Yeah.
Why is that the case? Why don't so many men take the beautiful ones home as wives and take the other ladies that are not considered as pretty as their wives and mother to their kids?
Well, look at it this way.
Mhm.
When a guy is ticking the box of who's going to be his wife,
Mhm.
beauty is not really one of the things that he's ticking. He's
Mm.
ticking somebody who he feels he has some degree of control.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's already told him that I am ready to serve you as a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've used the word serve because that's what in my head
Yeah.
I think she has said,
Mhm.
whether she said it or not.
Mhm.
I'm going to serve you. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to be submissive.
Mhm.
And I want kids and I want to be a mother.
Mhm. To your kids.
None of that needs beauty.
Mhm.
So, you've ticked the
That's a
box.
tick. And that's 90%.
Yes.
The tick covers.
Tick.
Mhm.
You're saying?
Yeah.
It's like house helps may not necessarily be beautiful,
Yeah.
but they do what? They help in the
Excellent
house.
jobs.
Now you can get another pretty chick there
Yeah.
who just shows you the epitome of laziness,
Yeah.
but she can't do shit.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they're ticking these boxes, this prettiness is only relevant.
Mhm.
The reason why you're meeting them with pretty women is because the social arena
Mhm.
is about my ego.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I want to be seen with a woman who is pretty.
Yeah.
What me and her are up to, you may not even know. And to be honest, whether you know this or not, a lot of guys who are sat with these pretty women, these women don't want to have sex with those guys.
Mhm.
But they're hoping that the more money they spend or the more time they spend together because they have money,
The more they
that one day
they'll
the pretty one will
want to have
decide,
sex with them. Yeah.
let me not nyima you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Do you know how many guys in Nairobi are Uber guys, yet they don't work for Uber?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They have this cluster of women
Mhm.
who are in their social arena.
Mhm.
There's one, he's always said, this one day, one day.
Mm.
So when she says, hey, Brio, so you pick me and the girls and you take us to this club, Brio's like, relax, I
Yeah,
got you.
I got you.
Where do you live? So Brio will go picking you guys everywhere, like Uber, take you to your central point where you're hanging, and then you'll be like, hey, so you join us. Brio now, because of his ego, he has to pretend he has friends. So he says, no. You guys go have fun as girls.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to join my boys.
Mhm.
When do you guys need me to pick you?
Mhm.
Briar goes to the car park and sleeps. He has no friends.
Yeah.
Or where his friends are, he can't go there and then chomoka.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So Briar waits for you guys to call him. Then he has to come and look like he was drinking
Mhm.
Mhm.
or he was having fun somewhere. All this he has done for 2, 3, 4 years, hoping that one of those women one day
Mhm.
will just tell him, hey, dude, I'd like to give you whatever you've ever wanted. And it never happens. I've seen it.
Mhm.
So Brayo ends up miserable.
Yes. At some point when he realizes that this investment does not work.
Yeah.
Yet, if he had the balls, he'd have just said
Yeah.
to that woman in the beginning,
Mhm.
hey, I'm attracted to you.
Mhm.
Are you attracted to me? Because it has to be mutual.
Yeah.
But humans don't like the eventuality of being told no.
Yeah.
Yet when I was growing up,
Mhm.
we were told that girls are going to let you down. You're going to ask a girl out. She says no.
Yeah.
You're going to ask another one. No. No was a constant.
And it's okay.
Then yeses will start coming.
It's okay to be given a no.
Yes.
And a
but
no
today, when you
should
tell
be
a
an
guy
answer.
no,
Yeah.
he feels entitled to your body.
Yeah.
Or he goes to a hardware, gets a machete and kills you.
Yeah.
Because now there's this
They
audacity
also need to understand
that
that
has
a no
become
should be
about
an answer.
us thinking that we're entitled to certain things that
Yeah.
we're not.
You're not.
And that's why you find
Mhm.
this guy has to marry somebody who he feels
Mhm.
is his subordinate.
Mhm.
He won't marry somebody
Mhm.
who he feels at the same level.
Yeah.
Because he won't have any authority, or he'll assume he'll have no authority.
Mhm.
And that's why you're seeing them with these other chicks socially, because now that's what gives them the prowess of, I can afford to be around such women.
Mhm.
The thing there is afford.
Mhm.
But they wouldn't even want to show their wives to the world. Then you wonder why? Why did you settle for?
No, but you see, you need to understand. You need to understand. I've met men who have told me, I married my wife because I needed a promotion at work. So I found
What?
somebody who is within the parameters of 1, I can afford her, and 2, I can manage her. She doesn't not know too much. She doesn't have exposure. That doesn't mean later in life she won't have exposure.
Mhm.
I've seen guys think that the answer is getting a chick from Shags and then taking her to Nairobi.
A kienyeji.
5, 8 years into the relationship,
Ooh.
he realizes now that she is Nairobi
Mhm.
developed mentally, she's even worse
Than
Yeah.
the ones
than the
from
one he was
Nairobi,
ignoring.
Yeah.
the city girls.
Yes, she's even worse.
Mhm.
I've even had another one saying, I married my wife because I know I'm the only one who wants her, I'm safe.
I've met a guy who told I've met a and straight in guy who
So
said
that
the truth.
means she's ugly enough, or
Yes, not
least-
attractive to
At
many
least him,
men.
he was trying to flower it up. I've met a guy who told me I specifically chose my wife because I know that she's not easy to the eyes. So I knew other guys would not hit on her.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, same
Yes.
thing.
And all I needed in society was a wife and kids. And my wife is happy, and I'm happy that no one is hitting on her. I don't have all those issues. I will never track my wife because I know no one is trying to track her.
What?
Yes.
At having a pretty wife is something that is.
But then
Wow.
again, you see, let me tell you something. there's a falseness to all of that attitude because you think you married an ugly woman based on what beauty looks like for you.
Yeah.
But there's a guy who looks at your wife and says, those hardened features, just turn him on. like turn him on.
Now that's another beholder.
Like, for example, I find Bakarua so sexy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So sexy. Oh, yeah.
You do.
With those sister locks on.
I've had dreams of her.
Oh my God.
Weird things to me. Weird.
Hi, Mother Karua.
Yes, and the fact that she's called the Iron Lady.
Yeah.
She just reminds me, she's a Kenyan version of Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
The iron
She's
in
so
her.
fearless.
You see what I'm doing
like
with
her
you see
so
what I'm
much.
doing with my hands?
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine as I mold my hands like this? What do
Yeah.
you think she's holding?
Oh,
What
I
do
love
you think she's holding?
Oh, I
And
love
it's not one, it's multiple.
Yeah.
The energy she has and oozes. And I've shared this with some guys, and they're like, yeah, but unlike you, we can't share. We have such fetishes.
Yeah.
But I will, because it's true.
Mhm.
What you're finding as ugly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at her going like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never had a boner the way I'm boning because of looking at her.
Oh.
So, and that's probably why they said
Mhm.
beauty's in
Lies on the
beholder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but I like the fact that you've noticed that there are guys who hang out with certain women who look a certain way,
Yeah.
whereas the women at home look very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Just the way it is.
Thank
Because
you.
it's a perception.
Mm-hmm.
And also she sold you a nurturing, loving, homely person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you'll find the women they're hanging out with
Mm-hmm.
probably don't have those social attributes.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not wives.
Mhm.
But I've also met men who have told me I could not have married the woman I have best sex with
Mm-hmm.
because marriage would ruin it. So I'd rather have her on the side. And I even told her that. And she was like, fine. Because she got it. Because in a relationship where they were having a fling
Uh-huh.
and then they suddenly made the relationship serious,
Mhm.
the seriousness killed the
Kills
sex.
the love. Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a guy who consciously says, I won't marry you because I still want to have sex with you 10, 20 years from now. But if I marry you, I know our sex won't survive 5 years.
So that's supposed to be a good thing.
It's not about good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that's the reality of things.
The thrill will
Wow.
die.
You see, the problem is we have these teachings that all good things are supposed to happen
Yeah.
in this sanctity called marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's hogwash. That's not how
Mm-hmm.
humans behave.
Mm-hmm.
That's how a societal notion of what humans should behave like.
Yeah.
But that needs to be reviewed.
Mhm.
Because I can tell you, marriage and the words love have a way of denting
Mhm.
sex.
Yeah.
I've met too many couples who told me we're having crazy, kinky, flowery, fun sex
Mm-hmm.
until we signed on the dotted line.
Get married. Yeah.
It's
Same
either
bodies,
it's either that
different
or
mentality.
after the kids came, everything changed. Hmm?
Just because you call it a serious relationship, it comes with serious problems as well.
Hmm.
And one of them is we will detach. I
Oh,
used to
that
call you my
makes
everything,
it-
but now,
That makes it
You're my
scary.
wife.
yes. You went from my everything to
To
my
my
wife.
wife.
Yeah, and that's
I'd rather be your everything forever.
there you go. So titles don't
Oh my
value.
God.
What values our perception to each other
Yeah.
and how we sustain it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one things we don't look at is
Mm-hmm.
if I meet you today, we forget that 3 years from now
Mhm.
we'll have grown into other people.
Yeah.
In your career, you'll be thinking different.
Yeah.
You'll maybe a new career, a
Mhm.
new experience. You've
Mhm.
gone somewhere. If I am not growing at your rate,
Mm-hmm.
at some point,
Mm-hmm.
we'll cross wires. And that's why the marriage won't work.
Yeah.
Unless one of us submits to
Mhm.
being sad so that the other one is happy.
Yeah, but I agree
Wow.
with you. I was in a serious relationship for many years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you meet a guy very young,
Yeah.
then somehow you grow career-wise.
You outgrow each
you
other.
outgrow the
Mhm.
man.
Mhm.
Right.
Like at some point, you feel like you are the man in the relationship.
Right. Right.
And that is where the problems come. Because you need to suppress yourself for him to
You need
feel
to
like
feel
he is
small
the
for you
man.
to
Yeah.
And that kills you as a woman.
It does.
Understand?
It kills you.
Yeah. So there are men who cannot stand successful women. Like you become more successful than they end things with you. They cannot take that. You're making more money. Maybe you're more influential. Yeah, he doesn't feel a man enough anymore.
You know, it's funny you said that, because I was having this conversation the other day with someone about, I meet powerful women who have money. But the one thing they don't seem to be able to do is find a man.
Yeah.
But then I have to ask them this. Don't you rub shoulders with men who have equal money or more? Because some women would rather a man who has built themselves beyond her.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But there's one thing they always say. Yes, we rub shoulders with them. But as Kenyans say, they're wajuajis. What she's saying is, I don't have control over this man. I am worth 200 million. I'm worth $1 million. He's worth $1 million or more. I can't call this man and demand him to be home. He asked me as who?
Oh.
See him, he's just flown to Canada for the weekend. His Canada is our Naivasha. And he has decided, I was going to be here for 4 nights, but I think I'll be here for a month. When you're trying to tell him, but you being there for a month, don't you think that's selfish? To who? Aren't you the one being selfish? I'm here to find happiness. Why don't you find yours? And
now, those are the conversations.
He can afford to talk to you like that because he has money, he has choice. There's no woman he can't get.
So that's the whole point.
Now look at it this way. She can't deal with that guy because she feels emotionally that guy will drain me.
Yes.
I'll do more chasing than I need. But then, in her world, she's complaining because the men she's meeting,
they're below.
do lovey-dovey, but they're below her.
I get it.
You see? They are sticking because they don't have power.
And they actually feel
matter of fact, that guy cannot dare cheat.
Yeah.
She just bought him a Range Rover.
Yeah.
While the other women who he's been dealing with have never even bought him a tie or taken him out for coffee. This woman said, Range Rover, or why are you living here? See, watch I move you to Runda. And not just move you, it's not rental. I'm buying you a house, babe.
Yeah.
Power. Humans, we love power. Doesn't matter what gender we are, we love power. You'd think a rich woman and a rich man